Blinded.
Alright, so it seems like we already have a lot of aggressive pushes coming from the are on the attacking side. In towards the B side they go, and they're pushing past markers, which is a little bit more difficult because they haven't dealt with much who's been holding from the defender spawn side. So
remaining.
All that's left right now is Trix. She's up by B main. But unfortunately, even though she might have information with a recon bolt, no, she's not in B main, she's on site itself. She needs to get the headshots and isolate the duels, otherwise she's not gonna outlive this. 6 HP is all she's got. And only the ghost. Not that much utility to work with as well. It has all been spent. And BriTSy, they know where she is, so they're looking
30
to
seconds
hunt her
left.
down. She doesn't really, she has the spike, but she cannot get it planted. So moving past the Radianite crates, maybe up towards Sailor, looking for the hedge.
In terms of stats, we do see Asteria having the higher percentage, but look at this though, NGX gonna say no, as Allukaaa takes it from the start. Really beautiful, but still was detected by the recon bolt here. So basically in terms of map consumption, we do see that VLT has the upper hand, but right now with Nigma Galaxy here, really popping off as Ivory gets one. Tricks also for the team here in towards market. Really nice usage of utilities and in a very timely manner, so this is going very well, at least for the security of the site. So this is a 4-2 for the side here of NGX. They just need to secure it because retake capabilities of Asteria can still be very deadly, despite them being, you know, being on Shrey and BriTSy. So what do you think about this composition here? At least, and Ayaaa go with a very quick here. Actually, that was actually pretty good reflexes coming in from Ayaaa, and they know that BriTSy is in market.
Look at this. They're keeping her pinned down. BriTSy's just trying to dance back and forth between the walls, maybe find a headshot or two. But she has no freedom of movement. They are trying to wallbang her even. She actually managed to take down Allukaaa, so that's pretty good.
For the side of Nigma Galaxy. So here, really being on a passive state for the side of Asteria. I mean, you mentioned it on the panel. They do have that tendency to make a sandwich here. But let's see if Nigma Galaxy is to eat it or maybe a bit poisoned by it. Because look at this. The amount of patience that they're going through right now. It's a minute. So recently, we've seen time and time again for Nigma Galaxy that they go off and try to commit a site for at least like 50 to 40 seconds at a time. Which this is going to be starting because of that lockdown. And they need to make the best out of this lockdown right here. So that's going to be patience coming through and through. They will be entering towards the site, but CaspeR still takes the spray, but is detained. But can this be the chance now for Nigma Galaxy?
I don't know. They actually might be able to go in and get the spike planted, but whether or not they can defend it is a whole other thing. I mean, you've got every single player on Asteria already on the site, so they're good in terms of timing. They've already rotated. All they need are the frags, and right now, ShreyUwU is good for a quick double. Chloe on the other side of Jenny, she's good for a double on her own as well, but ShreyUwU just comes in with a fleck. It's all up to this 1v1 right now. Trix knows exactly where ShreyUwU is. She doesn't have much HP to work with as well, so it's only 3-2 for now. Asteria still have a chance at turning this into their first half. Of course, starting on the defensive side, they have an advantage, but a bit of a Ferrari peak. muffinloop's going to eat it, and right now, this is a big opening with B main control and vision. They might actually be able to find yet another peak, but instantly, this is the response from CaspeR, and that's why she's such a good Astra. The stars have already been pre-placed, and now just buying a little bit of extra time stalling as well. But what they don't know is that, take a look at your mini-map right now, the rotations going in towards A.
This is basically the adaptability that Nigma Galaxy has right now, because they know that Asteria does not neglect, sure, the flanks, but they are making the best out of it by, you know, creating some noise in towards B. And you did mention CaspeR here with these stars placed in smokes as well. But is it enough to make it align though? Because look at this, another A take here, because the amount of success that Nigma Galaxy is having is in this site. So that's going to be an ult coming in from Ivory, if I'm not mistaken. And right now we do see here already creating the post-plant situations for the side of Nigma Galaxy, really making wonders. And this ult though is basically really helpful for Nigma Galaxy to narrow down the angles that they need to take cover, especially for post plan. Speaking of angles, though, we do see shutdown there from Shrey and CaspeR. Chloe for the trade. We have 16k, not gonna give up as well, but this is just a rampage. Chaotic for both sides of the team. 1v1. Who's gonna take that push? No, it's basically gonna be Trix to secure it all with the 4.
The operator again.
This is interesting because look at that turret's gonna be, but there's gonna be the trade for Shrey here, using the turret as basically bait. But right now, is there the trade to happen here? Because maybe the pause would work well for VLT. And let's see how things are gonna go there. They went in towards market. I'm pretty sure that they might try and corner out the angles right here. Tried a bit of security, but that's gonna be a showstopper. Not gonna spot out anyone, to say the least, in towards the side, but not enough, as Trix will take down Shrey, because that's basically a double peek coming in from Galaxy. So looking at how they're rotating, we do see Meow16 onto the backside. That's gonna be Hunter's Fury coming in from
counter.
Oh no! BriTSy was able to jump in time where the Hunter's Fury is directed at her. Trix will be taking that kill instead. 3 versus 4 numbers advantage in towards NGX right now. So let's see. A lot of information, very vital for the side of Galaxy here, as we see.
Well, it's going to be a tough retake that we're seeing right now. 3v3, but muffinloop's doing some magic. She dashes in, but unfortunately it's only good for 1. CaspeR was the other. And coming into the backside, Trix just coming with a stat. Back against an Eco once more. We got a scout, we got some sheriffs, we have a Spectre. Is it going to be enough though, Zaya?
We'll just have to see, because then again, at this point, they have to consider on, as you mentioned, how they position themselves. And just like that, Ivory and Allukaaa was double peeking Shrey from the vicinity. And before that smoke even popped, Allukaaa goes for the kill. It's going to be another one. Beautiful spray transfer coming in from Chloe, just all the way dwindling down to 1. Then this could be a potential flawless for the side of Nigma Galaxy.
Could happen. All they need is BriTSy, and they've already spotted her out. There it is, the secret lab.
Fortunately, NGX is just shutting them down, at least at the moment. So just if you look at how Nigma Galaxy just plays around the map using these utilities, first that's gonna be a first peek. Oh, look at one beautiful transfer as well with Ayaaa here with that double trade. Loving the crossfire that both of these teams are already doing. But then again, NGX really has the upper hand here. So right now, again, they once more took domination of A side. That was a beautiful angle for Allukaaa. BriTSy for that shutdown. Now let's see. It's again 2-4. This is quite interesting. Stars aligned. Let's see if it's going to be placed accordingly. Smoke, but right now, post-plan situations just basically in the side of NGX. That's going to be a very interesting corner for Allukaaa here. Shock dart will hit, but no trick.
The Leer comes out. Asteria trying to stall as long as possible. CaspeR with the gravity well, but it's only good for 1. Ivory makes an instant trade happen, and the Cosmic Divide makes it that much more difficult for Asteria to actually hold and stall. But the one thing that's good for them, though, is that Shreya has her lockdown. She could deploy it and potentially just take this site back from Nigma Galaxy's hands. There it is. It just got deployed. Spike planted as well, and right now Nigma Galaxy are faced with the conundrum. They either have to push in or to back out of sight completely. Chloe's going in for this though, instantly taking the double kill and destroys the lockdown. Trix gets the final kill. We have seen Asteria do this before. They feel maybe a little bit more comfortable on the attacking side, right? So yeah, we saw this in Wildcard a little bit, but I don't know, it's a little bit different this time around. They're off against Nigma Galaxy, their nemesis. So the Nebulas are out. They actually block off vision. They close the door. They got the spike down, but they are losing players in the process. muffinloop was trying to pull off a bit of a deep lurk, but unfortunately she got denied by Chloe. So 4v5 right now. This is the best possible scenario for Nigma Galaxy to retake off of. The recon vault is good as well. They're getting so much information off of this. A headshot to start things off, and right now Shreya just jumping in. Everyone's streaming into sight, but Allukaaa is all the way at the top of heaven trying to do her. BriTSy doesn't have her her owl drone. It's a little bit difficult for Asteria right now. And Nigma Galaxy, they might have lost a round, but they might just win the war. They've got all the weaponry that they could possibly ask for. All they need is to play out this defense perfectly. But they're getting a little bit inquisitive right now. CaspeR holding the off angle. Trix checks it. I mean, Ayaaa checks it. And there it is. Allukaaa with the instant trade. There's that tag team duo teamwork that comes from Nigma Galaxy. But they're doing just such a good job right now. I don't know how Asteria is going to crack this code, crack this defense.
Definitely, and as you mentioned, in which Meow16 had the Bulldog immediately get shut down by Trix, who basically had the better weaponry during that fight. And I love it how Nigma Galaxy is basically double peeking with each and every flank that they do, or with each and every site that they want to take. But look at this, BriTSy though still takes Ivory in an off angle, really beautifully made. 3 versus 2 on the clock. We do see Chloe spots that one turret's gonna be destroyed. Let's see if the angle works for Chloe. No, as muffinloop goes and secures it with the help of his friend here. And Allukaaa, only the remaining member, can, let's see if Allukaaa can also secure and deny weapons, to say the least, or maybe 1v3 clutch, because that's a very good start here, taking down one. Let's see. Yeah, let's see if they can actually, if she can actually go for it. That's gonna be paint shells, alarm bot.
What?
But look at that, the paint shell.
Oh my god, no!
No, muffinloop shuts it down. The timing is impeccable.
She's using the regrowth to top her teammates off, instantly back to basically full health. They'll be able to sustain about 2 or 3 more bullets from the Vandals or Phantoms, but that's not what Nigma Galaxy has. They've got Sheriffs, they've got Spectres, and it's just not good enough right now. Shreya, she's holding the off angle, she's good for Chloe, but there it is. The Sheriffs are coming in from main, they're coming in from door as well, but unfortunately for them, it's still quite...
You really won, a specific round, to say the least. Only really close, because they didn't have time to defuse the spike.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough for them, right? But, I mean, I think it's still early just because they haven't had the best weaponry so far. The last round was an eco, but coming into this one right now, it's already a quick execute onto the B side. Velocity Asteria, they're going with that velocity, that speed. Unfortunately for them, though, it has been stopped. And right now, Spike being dropped is the worst thing in the world. All that's left is BriTSy, and she doesn't have the help.
Crack the code.
It's a little bit tough for them to do that right now, just because they don't have the best weaponry. Of course, though, muffinloop with the Marshall can still be very deadly. But the tough thing that they've got going for them right now is the fact that Nigma Galaxy have gained quite a bit of map control. A main is locked out for Asteria right now, unless they take Allukaaa down, but that's not happening anytime soon, girl. She's going for those taps, she's going for those headshots, and now, sensing that there might be a second player, they're standing their ground. At the same time, this pushes Asteria off towards another site, and unfortunately for Shreya, she's not going to be able to do that much damage, but maybe buying enough time for her teammates to push in towards market, maybe do some kind of a split push in towards B main. But it's difficult because these two agents, Astra plus Killjoy, are the toughest ones for them to deal with. You've got those stars, you've got those nano swarms, and it's buying so much time. Now 16k going aggressive is only good for 1. And Ivory right now, what did I say earlier on? She's the anchor. Wall out. And that's what we're seeing Allukaaa do, especially in towards mid. This could be a very, very hairy situation for Asteria right now. But thankfully, I guess they're trying to make a quick execute happen towards A main. They've done it before, and it worked out beautifully. So if they could do it again, this could be the comeback. And there it is, muffinloop bursting onto the side with a tailwind. She's looking for some heads to pop, but unfortunately for her, Nigma Galaxy have already read this situation, maybe due to Trix's call. They're just playing retakes at this point. They've taken 2 players out already, and they're making it even more difficult for Asteria to hold the side. It's all up to CaspeR right now. And where is she? She's all the way by tree.